is Boxing Nation. Boxing Nation.
It's this kind of opponent. How are you feeling 24 hours away from the fight?
Honestly, I'm prepared. I'm ready. I try not to think about the future. I try to stay stuck in the present. I think that's the best way to be. So right now we here at the weigh-ins, and mentally I'm ready. I ain't worried about tomorrow right now. I'm worried about the weigh-ins, so I'm having fun.
Statistically, this is the best defensive fighter in the game, and you against the best offensive fighter in the game in William Zepeda. Why are you so confident that your style is going to win out?
I'm so confident because I put the work in. I know that I've been putting work in since I've been here. So this been since I was 5 years old. This is my dream. This is my destiny. These guys or these people can't take nothing away from me.
Turki Al-Sheikh famously said, "No Tom and Jerry fights." I see the Tom and Jerry hat on your head up there. What kind of message are you sending with that?
Jerry gonna kick Tom ass the same way Jerry been kicking Tom ass the whole episode. So let's watch.
Good luck, Shakur.
So I have already watched this fight probably about 6 or 8 times. It was a very entertaining fight. The true definition of Fast and the Furious. Now, what I would recommend all you guys to do when you rewatch the fight is watch it without the commentary, because that was the worst commentary I've ever heard. I mean, because if you don't know anything about boxing and you listen to Jim Lampley and Mike Coppinger, they will completely mislead you, having you think that up is down and down is up. Now, when I first watched the fight, I listened to everything, when I'm watching it live. But after that, when I rewatch it, I put my headphones on, listen to my music, and it is amazing how different you see the fight when you are not listening to the commentary. Because when I wasn't listening to the commentary and I rewatched it, man, Shakur Stevenson, he completely dominated the fight, even more than I thought when I first watched it. Now, even though actual boxing fans, they already knew that Shakur Stevenson was extremely versatile and had many tricks in his bag. He has already shown that he could fight on the inside, he could fight on the outside, but I didn't know that he could do it this well. That was the closest emulation to Floyd Mayweather I think I've ever seen. I mean, everyone does the shoulder roll now, but not too many fighters have completely perfected it, and I believe that Shakur has. Once again, when you're watching this fight for the first time in real time, you may think because things are happening so fast that there are brief moments when William Zepeda is having success. Well, let me rephrase that, because there were brief moments when he was having success. What I mean is, at some points, it looked like he was having a little bit more success than he really was having. But when you go back and watch it and pay close attention, what you'll notice is almost everything that Zepeda was throwing was being blocked. I mean, you can count on one hand how many times William Zepeda was able to knock Shakur's head back. But Shakur, on the other hand, he was knocking back Williams' head almost every exchange. And the crowd was absolutely electric, and I wasn't even there live. Speaking of the crowd, this is what I mean when I say that Jim Lampley, he was being so disingenuous when he was calling the fight. Do you know what he said? During the fight, he said, well, obviously, the crowd, they're going to react louder to William Zepeda's punches because he's the more aggressive fighter, as opposed to Shakur Stevenson, the defensive fighter who's only coming back with counters. This is what he said, guys. And the funniest thing is, as he was saying this, the crowd was going crazy because of punches that Shakur Stevenson was landing. Like when Shakur had his back against the ropes and Zepeda threw like a 4-punch combination where he missed every single punch, and then Shakur caught him with a perfect uppercut counter. You could hear the crowd erupt. You could even see fans standing up. Every time Shakur knocked Williams' head back, the crowd went crazy. And this is what I mean when I say that Jim Lampley, he's trying to convince fans that up is down as he's calling the fight. Okay, so then there's the moment in round 3 where William Zepeda, he threw a right jab that seemed to knock Shakur Stevenson off balance. And I can tell you, after watching that fight about 6 or 8 times, Shakur Stevenson definitely wasn't hurt from that punch. In fact, he talked about that punch after the fight, and this is what he said.
Shakur, was there anything that he hit you with that got your attention at least?
Yo, people think that I got hurt. I was just watching the video because he threw a jab and I kind of was off balance. And when I was off balance, he kind of kept throwing, so it looked like I was hurt. But I promise you, if I was hurt, I would tell y'all.
Score right here. Andreas Hale, ESPN. I'm curious because you were the co-main event. Did you feel disrespected through this whole thing, and do you think you proved a point tonight they should never be the co-main event again?
At the end of the day, things that's out of my control, I can't do nothing about. So I just handle what's in my control, and what I did tonight was in my control, so I put on a performance for y'all.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Shakur Stevenson, he definitely proved that he was the main event. And everyone had already knew this going into this fight. Everyone was asking the question, why isn't Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda in the main event? And why would they put Edgar Berlanga, of all people, in the main event when he's made his fame off of losing to Canelo Alvarez? I told you guys this before the fight. They should have opened up the card with Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz. I mean, he should have at least been before the Alberto Puello versus Sabril Matias fight. And then Berlanga, he says that he should be the main event because he's the king of New York, because he's from New York. And he ain't even from New York. He's actually from Florida. But anyway, his 15 minutes of fame is up. So going back to Shakur Stevenson, when it comes to that punch that knocked him off balance, he definitely wasn't hurt. In fact, there were moments in this fight where I believe William Zepeda, he was actually really hurt in the fight. If you guys notice, he slowed down in the second half of the fight. And I remember him going back to his corner, and his trainer actually asked him if he was okay. And it's actually funny when you think about it, because William Zepeda, leading up to the fight, he kept saying he doubts that Shakur will stand right in front of him and exchange and will fight. And the funny thing is, it was actually William Zepeda that bowed down because he was the one starting to slow down in the second half. He was a lot more reluctant to throw those 4-punch combinations that he was throwing in the first half. I mean, he would still do it occasionally when he had Shakur Stevenson on the ropes, but he wouldn't do it in the center of the ring. A lot of times when he was in the center of the ring with Shakur, he would just throw 1 punch at a time, and he would kind of hesitate because he knew that the counter was coming. So it was actually Shakur Stevenson that got William Zepeda to change his game plan, not the other way around.
Yeah, I was trying to let them know that I could punch. I had to get his respect. There was times in there where it's like he was trying to walk through my punches, but then you seen him slow down, and he had to respect my punches. So that was my main thing tonight.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.